All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 8:15. What I am going to do, I have one other case on the calendar. Miss Minor, if you can turn on your camera. All right, Miss Minor and Miss Hinton. Miss Hinton, can you turn on your camera as well?
My camera's on.
Oh, tripping. I meant your microphone, but give me 1 second. All right, you're all mic'd up and good. I want to make sure I've got everybody's evidence. Hold tight. And I want to confirm, Miss Minor, did you email any evidence?
I did.
I know you did. That's right. I've got it here. And I see that Miss Hinton, you emailed evidence as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Miss Hinton. There we go. So Miss Hinton, we are here regarding an allegation of harassing phone calls made by Miss Minor against you that occurred on May 15th, 2023. I just want to confirm, ladies, I do have the police report that was apparently made or at least identified on May 2nd. And I do have that information as well. And then secondly, as far as the evidence is concerned, bear with me. Let me get you ladies under oath, okay? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and a penalty and perjury of the law?
Yes.
Ms. Minor, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yes, I say yes.
Oh, excellent. All right, so this is what we're going to do, ladies. As you guys may have observed prior, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to give an opening statement regarding the matter and the allegations. Again, the report indicate, or the application indicates the offense date was May 15th, 2023. And again, this is regarding harassing phone calls. All right. So if we can give our openings regarding this particular date of incident, at least facts that led up to it or around it, that would be helpful. It is now 8:18. Miss Minor, I'm going to give you till about 8:22 to give your opening regarding these allegations. Okay.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Well, as far as the harassing phone calls that Ms. Henson is referring to, there were calls that were made to her manager. Ms. Henson had sent naked pictures to my phone, and she had been harassing me prior to all of this starting last year. She's a supervisor for the U.S. Postal Service, and I know her from infidelity with my husband, well, my soon-to-be ex-husband, Javar's Minor. Prior to last year, starting April 26th of 2022, she had been harassing me starting that day when I actually found out about her through Instagram, as far as the infidelity with my soon-to-be ex-husband. So I did find out about her through social media, and I let Ms. Hinton know that Javar's Minor is still legally married. He actually had left out of the home in February and abandoned his family and started a relationship with Miss Hinton, which was his supervisor. Around May, I did try to contact the postmaster and her supervisor to let them know what was going on out on the job. Miss Hinton continued the relationship even after I told her he was still married. She then began to send pictures, videos of them two in the car kissing each other. She sent pictures telling me he was going to take care of her children. It continued throughout the summer, just a bunch of photos of them two together. On September 26th, there was an altercation where she contacted my mother to tell my mother that she was no longer sleeping around with my husband. And I had asked her not to call my mother after that. She then went and filed a police report against me because some words were exchanged, because she had continued to send things to my phone after I asked her to stop. So I will be honest, it was a threat that was made from me to her because she kept harassing me. She even made it her business to come out to my home to try to fight me, in which my soon-to-be ex-husband had gave her the address. And that's when I once again was notifying the post office so they could go back, because she was supposed to have been at work. And instead of going to work, her and my soon-to-be ex-husband and another supervisor came out to my home that I'm no longer at. They came out to my home looking for me, trying to fight me. So I had been in contact with the general postmaster, and I made a report about that so that they can do an investigation to see why she was late to work that night, because she was coming out to fight me to be with my husband. Um, well, moving forward, there was a no contact order put in place for me to not contact Miss Hinton. And moving forward into May 15, 2023, there was a picture that was posted, and it was someone else that works at the post office that actually sent that picture. It was a picture of Miss Hinton posting a gun. Being that there was already an open investigation, I was in contact with her supervisor, and I believe, to let her know what was going on, that she, had been posting pictures, and that she had also, even by her having a no contact for me to not contact her, had also sent out a picture of my soon-to-be ex-husband, a naked picture with her name tattooed on his chest. She then, to proceed after that, she contacted my mother again to tell my mother that she was still no longer sleeping with my soon-to-be ex-husband.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Hinton, it's 8:22. I'm going to give you till about 8:26 to state your statements, okay?
Okay, Judge. Yes, all this started last year. She did locate me on Instagram. I did send evidence where she was harassing me, calling me bees, cursing me out. I've said on numerous occasions, please stop contacting
Wait,
my phone.
hold tight.
Okay.
Who's Tracy Martin?
That is that's my boss.
Okay,
At the time.
whose witness is this?
That's my witness.
Okay, Miss Martin, forgive me. Miss Martin, we're going to sequester you. It's okay. We're going to sequester you. We're going to bring you back, but we're going to put you in a breakout room temporarily before we have you testify, okay? I apologize. I saw you there and I didn't quite grasp it. I apologize, Miss Hinton. Please continue.
Okay, and so Miss Minor, at the top of her finding out about me, she reached out to me. I tried to speak to her woman to woman. She wasn't having it. She began to threaten my job, calling up to my job. At the time, Javarius Minor was not my direct employee. He worked up under somebody else in a different department. She harassed me, said that she was going to have my job, get me fired. And she's went so far as to contacting my old postmasters. That's embarrassing, very embarrassing. I am a supervisor and now I'm an acting postmaster, and that's not okay. That has nothing to do with the post office. For you to sit here and put my business out there. She even blast my name all around social media. Anybody I contact with, she's saying that I have a venereal disease that she gave her husband. Now her husband has passed it to me. I did put a arrest warrant out because after he got my name tatted, she showed up to his house. And she then threatened to slice his throat, which she does have a TPO out on against her in DeKalb County. And then she threatened to kill me. And that's why she had to plead guilty earlier this month, because she did threaten to kill me. I don't want any contact with her. She continued to contact the OIG. She contacted, I have people, postal inspectors interviewing me about something nonsense. Yes, I did contact her mother only because she's contacted my mother about 10 times. And I did contact her mother, and she's right. I told her mother, please stop having your child contact me and my job. I am not sleeping with her husband. I'm not with her husband. Okay, so that's true. And her mother did say, it's something wrong with Miss Marshall Minor. And I don't want to contact with her. I don't even know why she's telling fibs, saying that I'm harassing her when she's the one who harassing me. And I see the dates of Judge where she put out a arrest warrant for this. If you go back into my my evidence, you'll see that she had already reached out via OIG, and I posted that as well.
And again, forgive me, just so I know, what is OIG?
So that's the postal inspectors. When you work for the office, yeah. So she's contacted my boss. It's been spread all over my info group.
All right. So just now that I've gathered that and understand the background of the matters, what I'm going to do now, Miss Minor, is that you've sent me some evidence, and I want to make sure that I identify the right one. So I've got Ms. Hinton's evidence, and there's quite a few text messages and calls from her as well, but then there's some evidence from you. Is your evidence that you sent me, Ms. Minor, is that the one with a picture of a firearm in it?
Yes, that's the one that was sent to her, Miss Tracy Martin. That was the one that she had posted.
And then as well, Ms. Minor, you have a picture That's the one that we're talking about. Let me just see. We have one other. I have two emails. The second one that you sent me appears to be before I posted hookah packing. Yeah. Is that have any relevance to this, Miss Minor?
No, it was just along with the firearm. It was something that was
No
sent.
worries. I just wanted to make sure. I was
Yes,
like, "Oh, that's relevant." All right, there we go. Bear with me, ladies. All right, can you see my screen, Miss Minor?
Yes, I can.
All right, I'm going to scroll through these 7 pages and you're going to tell me why this is relevant and what this is. All right, I do see a call that apparently is a date of 9/27/22. How is this relevant to the incident that we're here about?
It's relevant because that's the first time she contacted my mother to tell my mother she wasn't sleeping around with my husband. And after that, I told her to no longer contact my mother. Then she called again this year in May, where she just said under oath that she did call her to tell her the same thing.
Okay.
But, yeah.
And what is this picture here?
That's the picture that was sent to her boss, Miss Tracy Martin. It was another U.S. postal worker that actually sent that to me and was telling me to be careful because they knew of the situation that had been going on between her, myself, and my soon-to-be ex-husband, and it was a post. So she sent that to me and she knew it was also an investigation going on through the Postal Service. So she felt that there was something that they should see also, that she's a federal employee posting a picture of a gun.
Okay. All right. And what's this?
That's just my mother's information, just to show that that phone record belongs to my mother, Willalene Webb, and the dates that she called. The next picture is just relevant because she basically just told you she wasn't sleeping around with my husband. She has no contact with my soon-to-be ex-husband, but yet you see I blocked her number. She was showing me that he went and got her name tattooed on his chest, but she just stated to you that she wasn't sleeping around with him, and she was telling my mother, calling my mom, harassing my mom to tell my mom that she was no longer in contact or sleeping around with my soon-to-be ex-husband. Okay. Those are pictures right there. The second one with her in the photo, that's the picture she sent me last year, after I explained to her that he lied about us being divorced, that he had abandoned me and my 3 children that we have together. And she continued with the relationship. She just wanted to show me that, as you can see in what she texted me, that he wasn't going to go anywhere unless she allowed him to, that he belonged to her.
All right, that's what has been attached to that particular link. As I said before, I got 2 emails, one with the apparently hookah packing, and then this. Anything else as far as any evidence that you provided?
No, sir, just everything that I provided to you. That's all.
Okay, all right. Any witnesses that you have here this evening?
Yes, I have my mother, the person who she had been contacting that I had asked her to stop calling.
Sure. Where is your mother?
Yes, I can go get her.
Okay.
She's like 8%.
Hello, Judge.
How you doing, ma'am? Miss Mike?
Yes.
Good. I'm sorry to have you up at such a late hour doing this.
That's okay.
I'm going to get you under oath, okay?
Okay.
All right. Can you get to raise your... Thank you. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth under penalty and perjury of the law, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
All right, excellent. So now, Miss Minor, you're going to be able to ask your mother some questions, open-ended questions, right? Now, we're going to try to limit this to the events that we're talking about here, all right? So you can feel free to ask her questions, Miss Minor. Now, I'm going to give you till about 8:35 to see what we can gather.
Okay. So, Mom, are you aware of Shamika and how she plays a role in this situation that's been going on?
Yes, I am.
Would you mind telling the judge how you know of Shamika?
You told me about her.
And
she told me about Shamika.
Yeah, but what do you know? Like, how do I know of Shamika? How did we find out about her?
She's messing with your husband.
Okay. And do you remember Shamika calling you last year on your birthday?
Yes, but I don't remember the conversation.
Okay.
I don't remember what she asked me.
And do you remember her calling you again this year?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, and Judge, I do want to say my mom, she is recovering. Okay.
Okay. She knows. Do you
But
have
other than that, I don't have any other questions, Judge, for her.
That's all.
No worries. Hold tight. Miss Hinton, do you have any cross-examination questions for Miss Meyer?
Yes. Oh, you said for Miss Minor or you
No,
Miss
I'm sorry for her mother. I apologize.
for her mother? Okay, Miss Webb, when I know you probably don't remember from last year, but when we spoke on the phone,
That's Shamika.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Hello, Shamika.
how are you? When we spoke on
And
the
let me tell you, Miss Webb, so you just know what's going on. I apologize if I wasn't clear. Miss Hinton is going to be able to ask you a couple of questions. They may be questions that are kind of like, isn't it true that, right? So just be prepared for that. But she's asking you some questions, and we would just like for you to respond. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Hinton.
Okay. Miss Webb, isn't it true that during our conversation, I said that, to please have Miss Minor, your daughter, to stop contacting me, and you told me that nobody can gain control over her?
Yeah.
No,
What?
no, she's asking you.
She's asking you, Miss Webb.
What was your question, baby?
Is it true?
Go
Is
ahead.
it true that you told me on the phone when I asked you to tell Miss Minor to please stop contacting me, that you informed me that no one can gain control over Miss Minor? That you guys tried to tell her to stop contacting me?
No, I don't remember you. I don't remember the conversation. I really don't. I don't remember nothing about that day.
Okay. Is it true? Are you aware of Miss Minor going out the extent to try to get me in trouble at my job?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. I don't. I really don't.
Okay. That's no problem. No further questions, Your Honor.
No worries, Miss Minor. Do you have any follow-up questions for Miss Webb, your mother?
I'm sorry, Judge. You say that again, please.
Do you have any follow-up questions? What we call them redirects. Any follow-up questions for your mother after that?
No, Judge, I don't.
I don't remember anything.
No worries, Miss Webb. Thank you so much for coming on this evening and providing your testimony. But we're good to go. You can go back and enjoy your evening, okay?
All right. Thank you, Judge.
No, thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. All
Okay.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Miss Minor, is that all of your evidence that you have this evening?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. Thank you. Now, Ms. Hinton, I understand that you've supplied some evidence as well. Would you like to have your witness testify first, or would you? Your witness has been on for a while. Let's bring your witness.
I have two witnesses. So
You have two witnesses that have been waiting.
do.
So you have one online. Where's your second?
My second should be in the waiting room. It is my mother. So I
It's
have
your
my
mother.
boss and then my mother.
Okay, so let's get your boss, then we'll get your mother, and then I'll introduce the evidence that you have, okay? So we can do it. These folks have been waiting some time. So,
Okay.
Clerk, if we can let yes, there we go, Miss Martin in. And then Miss Martin, can you unmute? I guess it's not just everybody's having trouble on the phone.
Yeah,
And
but
folks,
it's not.
I just want to remind y'all got to get used to this. We are now in 2023. 24 is on its way. Technology will leave you behind. There we go.
All right,
Don't touch anything.
man.
All
I'm
right.
not.
All right. Raise your right hand for me. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, under penalty and perjury of the law?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Hinton, you may ask open-ended questions of your witness. It is 8:38. I'm going to give you till about 8:42.
Okay. Miss Martin, on the day of the incident, I believe it's May. I can't remember the day of the incident. Did we not receive a phone call at the post office to the postal phone?
Yes,
And do you recall that day what happened?
I remember speaking with Miss Minor about a customer complaint, and basically I told her that it was redirected to the Postal Inspection Service, and I ended the conversation from there.
Do you recall the day that I received phone calls from the postal inspectors?
Yes, I do.
Are you able to give me a recollection of kind of which way that conversation may have went between me and the postal inspectors?
As far as I remember, they were asking you questions about the incident or whatever you had. And as from what I remember, that it didn't really have anything to do with the post office.
Do you recall when Miss Minor took my mugshot and posted it all over the web and on what's called Yelp to the postoffice.com Yelp reviews?
I don't remember where she posted it. I remember another postmaster contacted me and asking me about this mugshot,
Yes.
which then I asked you about this.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Minor, do you have any questions for this witness? Cross-examination questions for this witness?
Do I have any questions for Miss Tracy, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Tracy, do you remember me contacting you and basically sending documents to you of everything that transpired between Shamika?
No, you didn't. I remember you contacting the post office, but I never received documents from you.
Okay. And do you remember speaking to the postmaster as far as Miss Shamika posting the post that she had posted online of the gun? Because I believe I submitted that as well to you. And
You said I'm the postmaster, so you said
I mean the Postal General. I'm sorry, the Postmaster General. That all of the evidence was going to
Postmaster General. We don't speak.
I'm sorry.
I don't have any other questions, Judge.
Okay. And Ms. Hinton, do you have any redirect?
No further questions, no.
All right, Ms. Martin, I appreciate your time today. You're free to go. Enjoy your evening, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right, Ms. Hinton, can we get your other witness, which would be your mother, if we can bring her in if she's in a breakout room?
She should be in the breakout room.
Aha. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you saying no because you can hear me? Or are you saying no because you cannot hear me? I'll be honest with you guys. When people respond to what I'm saying, I think they can hear me. Can you say something? How about now? What? Still, you're on mute.
I can hear you.
Excellent. Can I get you under oath?
Sure.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, under penalty and perjury of the law?
I do. I swear.
I must say, you guys really look alike. All right.
Thank you.
Ms. Hinton, please go ahead and ask your mother some open-ended questions, and then Ms. Minor will be able to cross-examine Ms. And forgive me, ma'am, your last name again?
I am Brooks.
Brooks. All right. Miss Brooks. All right, please, Ms. Hinton, go ahead and continue with those questions.
Okay. Miss Brooks, how did you first become aware of Miss Marsha Minor?
Miss Minor contacted me via Facebook to let me know how she felt about you and your relationship with Mr. Minor. She was very upset.
Okay. And can you tell me what transpired in the conversation via Facebook?
Well, she told me that, she called you several names. She spoke derogatory of your special needs daughter. She wanted to know how I felt about your relationship with a married man. And she and I just went back and forth in conversation about why she felt you shouldn't be seeing or dating Mr. Minor.
Okay. Now, Miss Brooks, did she contact you via text or phone?
She did both. She contacted me via text initially, and I responded via text, but she also obviously wanted to see me through the messenger. So she did call through messenger, but I don't answer messenger calls.
Can you tell me how many times she made that attempt to call you?
She made multiple attempts. I know it was more than 5 times that she attempted to call me.
Okay. Miss Brooks, are you aware that Miss Minor has contacted several other individuals concerning my relationship with
I
Mr.
am
Minor.
aware. I am aware that after her release from jail, she violated the court order and the TPO. She violated it even after bonding out by contacting your job and contacting people that on social media, multiple people on social media. Yeah.
And Miss
Mhm.
Brooks, one more question. Are you aware that in the text message that she sent you on Facebook, did she say that did she also threaten my livelihood by saying that she purposely gave her husband a venereal disease, and now that I have a venereal disease?
She absolutely let me know that you were stupid, is how she said it, that you are stupid and that you have herpes because she has given it to her husband unbeknownst to him, is what she said. Yes.
No further questions, Miss Brooks.
All right, Ms. Minor, you'll be able to cross-examine this witness, Ms. Brooks.
Yes, Ms. Brooks. So is it true that yes, through the messenger that you were contacted? Were you aware, did I state to you that Mr. Minor was still legally married and that he had abandoned his children to be with your daughter?
You did advise me of that. Yes.
And did you tell me that it was her decision to continue to see him because they're grown?
I did. Yes.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Okay.
Any redirect?
Yes, just one more question. Miss Brooks, Miss Minor stated that me seeing her husband, but was I aware that Mr. Minor was even married when I met him?
You were not. And she knew that. She stated more than once that she was aware that you were unaware that he was married, that he lied. She knew that.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Judge, I'd like to ask another question to Ms. Brooks.
Sure.
So, Ms. Brooks, even after hearing your daughter state that she did not know that he was married when they met, but are you aware that they were still having a relationship prior to, after all of this happened, that they were still involved with each other?
Be more specific after what happened.
After I contacted you, that the relationship continued between her and Mr. Minor, even after I told you that he was still legally married and had abandoned his children.
Yes, I am aware of that. I'm also aware, Marcia, that you sent an abandonment order to Ms. Hinton's address after being asked not to contact her. I'm aware of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
You have any other questions?
No, I don't have any other questions.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, then, Ms. Brooks, I appreciate your testimony. We'll let you go this evening. You have a blessed one, okay?
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. All right, ladies. I am Ms. Hinton. If you have no other witnesses, I do know that you have some evidence that you emailed the court. I am going to introduce that here. Bear with me. All right. Some of these I can't in law.
You see where it says download full resolution images? I guess that's for you to clear it up.
I tried that. I'm going to be honest with you. We're careful about what we download to these county computers, but I can see it. So I have two computers, so I'm able to see it in detail. But tell me specifically what you want these messages, or what are on these messages that you want the court to take notice of.
Okay, take notice of all of these text messages are from Miss Minor Marshall, where I'm asking her to please leave me out of their mess. Please stop contacting me. And she's threatening me. She's threatening my job. She's threatening my livelihood. That's how I feed my family. As you can see, I have another messages where she's reached out to my mother, where she's reached out to my friends, where my friends reached out to me that's saying, please, are you serious? Are we still dealing with this? You can see on the Instagram post where she's calling me all type of names, whores, bees, this, that, and the third. If you scroll down some more, you'll see all her missed calls between herself and all those red. Those are her family members. So when I'm not answering, she got family members calling. They even made fake Facebook profiles of my daughter. You can see right there what she's telling me, hey, you're not answering the phone. So that means you're steady messing with him. If you moved over right there where your cursor is, that's an old picture of me back when I was 26, dealing with my child's father, that she posted everywhere. The telephone, that's my work phone, where you see an incoming call after she's been ordered not to contact me at all. She called from different numbers. That same number is on another text message right there. Scroll, put your thing right there. You can see that abandonment warrant. Yep, right there. That's the abandonment warrant she sent to my phone after she's not supposed to be contacting me now. Okay. And that's where I responded. I laughed with the emojis and tell her, please stop contacting me. Ultimately, those 4 pictures where you see the laptop, those is at my job where she went online, and you see her name, her address, and where she says she lives in DeKalb County. My job is in Lithia Springs. So she's lying, trying to blast my name. You can stroll up, Judge, and you'll see more where she's contacting my friend, and my friend is like, and she's saying that she's going to kick my friend's butt. My mugshot, right there, my mugshot big as day, that's where other postmasters in my input group, that mean the district, like Marietta and all of those, they all got that. Where Miss Minor, you see her email, she's saying, attention manager, this is Shanikia Hinton. She has a warrant out for her arrest. Something that happened when I was 26 years old, trying to slander my name. And again, she's not supposed to be contacting me. You could check that date. And right here where I'm steady saying, please stop contacting me, she's steadily just emailing me. It's ridiculous. Why are you going out your way to try to stop what I'm doing at work? Even after, and that's why I did make that phone call last year. Leave me alone. I'm not with your husband, so why you even keep bothering me? I could be, but I'm not. I don't want to. It's too much drama. But she wants to go, and she doesn't like the fact that I'm with the Postal Service and I'm high ranked now. I'm acting postmaster, so she doesn't like that.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other evidence?
There is some more evidence that I sent on a separate email, which shows the TPO that her husband forwarded to me. You got that? And that's pretty much it, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that TPO still active?
Yes, mine is still active against hers, and so is his.
I did not realize you guys had active TPOs. Normally we wouldn't even allow these hearings, but that's fine. That's fine. You guys are on Zoom, so I guess that's fine. All right. If you have no other evidence, I have reviewed that. What we're going to do is this. Ms. Minor, I'm going to give you until about 8:56 to tell me why you believe an arrest warrant should be issued. And then Ms. Hinton, after that, I will give you the remaining time till 9 o'clock to let me know why you believe one should not. All right. Okay. So, Ms. Minor, the floor is yours.
Well, Judge, I believe an arrest warrant should be issued because Shamika, she had been, as you can see with all of the documents I provided prior to last year, and even with her mother stating that, yes, that I spoke with her mother was aware that me and Mr. Minor were still married, and she continued on with the relationship. Also with the picture that I sent, and her stating that he wasn't going to go anywhere. She was going to make him hers, and he was going to take care of her and her children. She's been harassing me since April of last year by sending text messages, videos of her and him together. And she is throwing this up about a TPO. Actually, that has nothing. The TPO's in place, but it was fraudulently placed. My ex-husband actually used the arrest that happened between me and Miss Hinton to get the TPO in place, in which I have a hearing scheduled in 2 weeks for that, to show evidence. And that also she had been contacting my mother in regards to all of this. So I feel that she should be arrested because she openly stated that, yes, and also about the picture. Pretty much by the picture, by her sending a naked picture of him with her name tattooed on the chest, and by calling my mother, even after I told her not to contact my mother on September 26th of last year. So that obviously shows, even by her saying that, yes, there was an arrest warrant placed against me. But it seemed like she got to it a little faster than I did because she had been harassing me first. So that should conclude to the courts that you're not afraid for anything. You wasn't as afraid of anything if you're recently contacting my mother to tell my mother that you were no longer sleeping around with my soon-to-be ex-husband, and then sending pictures of his naked chest, which proves to the courts that you are still involved with him, that you were basically doing it to get a reaction, and that you violated your own agreement for the no contact by contacting my mother on this year on May 15th by calling my mother to tell my mother that you were no longer sleeping with my soon-to-be ex-husband. So I feel that she should be arrested. And not only for that, for being a federal employee and posting pictures of a gun, multiple weapons that you have been posting for everybody to see, because the first one was submitted to me from another U.S. postal worker.
The stalker.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Minor.
You're welcome.
Ms. Hinton.
Judge, I don't think there's a arrest warrant out for me at all, because I am a postal worker. I do care about my career. The guns that you're talking about, the gun, my pink gun, I bought, Jesus, back in 2013. And then my recent gun that I do have on the picture, and I'll tell you what it states, and it's my profile. It says, I keep a black butterfly with me in case a frog may want to jump. Okay. Now the fact of the matter that she may have got her people lurking on my page, because that's what she do. She stalks me. I have her blocked. Okay. She stalks me. She makes Facebook fake accounts and all type of stuff. That has nothing to do, be having a gun in my picture, has nothing to do with Miss Minor or this situation. The fact of the matter, she wants me to arrest it because I was messing with her husband is preposterous, you know. And the fact of the matter that she's saying that I should be arrested because I contacted her mother, only contacted her mother because she keeps violating her TPO by contacting me. She's trying to make my life a living, excuse me, hell. So I asked her mother, please have your child stop contacting me, which she admitted. She admitted that she that's what her mother said. That's it. I'm not contacting her mother to say anything other, no nasty stuff like she did with mine. Mine, she told my disabled child that has Down syndrome that she was stupid and worthless. So no, I don't. And also, Judge, let me just say this too. Let me speak this. How much does she actually respect the judge and the court's time that she would even show up to her own hearing 40 minutes late? But you're the applicant.
All right. So ladies, are you finished?
I'm done.
All right, ladies, let me just say, obviously it's almost 9 o'clock and I just want to dig in. Thank you for your time and your patience. A couple of things. The court has obviously acknowledged that there was apparently some infidelity. I will say this, in this state, infidelity is not. Obviously we're here for harassment. I do see, obviously there were multiple calls, honestly made by both of the parties to both parties that are not even actually involved, whether it be a parent or otherwise, or even children. I also see that we've got folks making allegations about guns. I will admit that under our Constitution, even in our state, owning a gun is not illegal. In fact, it seems to be a constitutional right. At least that's what is currently being alleged right now, or at least that's the current law. So those things aren't crimes. I'm going to be honest with you folks. What's really a crime is that there is a man out here that got you guys fighting, and he ain't here. And I've had these type of cases back to back to back where I see that there's situations with a wife or an ex, and I just want to let you ladies know that the guy that you guys are allegedly upset with each other about, and hopefully essentially trying to get somebody in jail with, ain't here. And so that's a crime in my eyes, because that's the person apparently has caused you guys to want to wage war. But it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate, and I'm not going to be issuing any arrest warrants because I'm not going to continue the foolishness that apparently has been taking place between you two. What I am going to do is say that obviously, ma'am, Miss Minor, if you got a TPO, don't be calling Miss Handy. And I'm not saying that you are anymore, but you know you can't buy a TPO, because if you do, you will get a felony and you will go to jail. And Miss Hinton, I may not be issuing an arrest warrant this evening. And I just will, what you do with your personal relationships are what you do. But this is not my first time hearing that a wife or girlfriend is upset at another woman and subsequently has allegations of harassment that take place between the both of you. This is a broken record, ladies. I want you guys to not fall into this trap. All right? Don't go to jail over a man that ain't willing to go to jail for you. And with that, I'm going to end this evening and let you ladies go, okay?